Hello doctor, my name is Talina and my matrix number is 269673. Today, my group member and I want to present about assignment 1, problem solving activity. The company we choose is Tadika Sutera Juniors. Tadika Sutera Juniors is a private kindergarten that provides quality early childhood education with affordable fee in strategic location. Tadika Sutera Juniors was established in 2010 with the main branch in Desa Cofield and the second branch in Bandar Seri Cofield, Sungai Buloh. The chairman of the company is Muhammad Ittizam bin Ismail. The principal of the company is Puan Noriliani binti Ismail. She is also a teacher for the company. The company has hired other 2 teachers. They are Zurina binti Muhammad Qasim and Siti Suhaila binti Muhammad Said. Surita binti Yusuf is a teacher assistant for the company. That's all from me.
Hi, my name is Saira binti Suhairi. My matric number is 272239. I will explain about the main problem in Tadika Sutera Juniors. The main problem in Tadika Sutera Juniors is a stress in the workplace. Stress is characterized by its physical and physiological effect on an individual, and it can be an emotional, mental, and physical strain. Stress is usually caused by demand and pressure from inside and outside the workplace. Stress within the workplace can closely link to the conflict in the changes of teaching and learning process, while a stress outside the workplace can relate with the financial obligation due to the current situation of COVID-19 pandemic. Furthermore, one of the Tadika Sutera Juniors employee is dealing with the stress from the personal problem. So, that's all from me about the main problem in Tadika Sutera Juniors. Thank you.
A very good morning to everyone. My name is Tan Sutera and my matrix number is 271923. Now I will continue my part with the factor that lead to work-related stress. The first factor is time pressure. According to the interview with the owner of the kindergarten, we know that the teacher in kindergarten does not have enough time to share all the syllabus with the children. This is because they need to take into account the children's health. For example, exposing children to electronic gadgets such as iPad or laptop for a long time will bring them health effects and also some adverse effects such as addiction to electronic gadgets. Next, the second factor is salary issue. As we know, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Malaysian government have implemented MCO. And during the MCO, there are some sectors are not allowed to open or operate, including education sector. Therefore, Puan Noriana, who is the owner of the kindergarten, decided to reduce its teacher salary by 30% of their basic salary in order to reduce the financial burden of the kindergarten. Besides, during MCO, all teachers are required to follow the guideline that provided by the Ministry of Education, which is teaching the children from home and also known as PDPR. Therefore, the demand for electricity has increased relatively and lead to an increase in electricity bills. In addition, we know that some teachers in kindergarten are people with families. When Puan Noriana reduced their salary, which means that also increase their living expenses. Therefore, they might need to use the money that they save for another purpose, such as emergency purpose, to repay for the high electricity bills. Therefore, they need to find another ways to maintain their living expenses, and it will lead to stress. Next, personal problem. According to the interview with Puan Noriana, we also know that one of the teachers in kindergarten is a widow. This teacher is facing stress because she is facing with a busy schedule which include teaching, household duties, and also take care of her child. Since the implementation of PDPR, this teacher cannot focus concentrately on the teaching process because she needs to take care of her 1-year-old child. For example, when she was halfway of teaching, The child may cry because maybe the child is feeling hungry or also uncomfortable. Therefore, she must immediately put aside the things she is doing to take care of her child. Besides that, coupled with the government new policy, teacher needs time to adapt and figuring out what is the proper way to teaching children. Therefore, when everything is filled out, the teacher will feel very stressed and this will result in an efficient teaching process. Last but not least, changing in working environment. During the COVID-19 pandemic and the implementation of PDPR, the teachers has changed their working environment from kindergarten to their home. Besides, although the working environment is familiar with them, which is their home, but the change in working method, which is from face-to-face teaching to online teaching, will bring some stress to them because the teacher needs time to adapt and figuring out what is the proper way to teach the children. Therefore, they might feel stress, anxiety, and feel overwhelming because the new teaching methods is unprecedented and haven't implemented in Malaysia before. And then they might need more time to figuring out what is the proper way to teach the children. Therefore, that's all from me. Thank you. And I will pass the next part to my partner. Thank you.
Hi, I am Nabila, number matric 272281, and I will talk about the consequence of the stress in Tadika Sutera. There are four. First is effect job performance, second is effect job satisfaction, third is effect employee-family relationship, and lastly effect the employee health. The first consequence of stress is lower job performance. The implementation of PDPR requires teachers to adapt home-based teaching method in a short time. When they are unable, they will feel anxious and stressed, and it will affect their emotion. Destructive emotion in work will lead to a decrease in their job performance. In all the negative emotions are not alleviated, teacher will feel desperate about their work and not extend care about work performance. As a result, it will eventually lead to decline in the overall working efficiency of the kindergarten and lead to a poor working environment. Second is the stress that will affect job satisfaction. Work-related stress will be considered as one of the factors that strongly affect job satisfaction. Such a lower salary and higher workload was investigated to influence job satisfaction negatively. Due to the epidemic impact, many companies have decided to reduce their employee salaries to reduce their financial burden, including Tadika Sutera. However, employees will not view this matter from the same perspective with their boss. They are most likely to feel unhappy because their salary is lower than before, and even think that the boss is squeezing them. Finally, it will result in a feeling of dissatisfaction with the job. The home-based teaching and learning method has increased the electricity demand. The employee needs to pay a larger amount of electricity bill than before. The salary reduction has made families with many people unable to make ends meet, and employees are no longer satisfied with their job, which indirectly increase employer turnover. The third is the stress will affect the employee-family relationship. According to research, stress are made influence of family social life by impacting an employee member psychological well-being and energy saving, with at least two possible consequences for that member's social behavior, which is a withdrawal from social interaction or an increase in harmful emotion speech. The employee may be less likely to engage positively in family life if they constantly feel taxed and drained by their careers. In the context of Tadika Sutera, that particular teacher needs time to adapt and figure out new ways to educate the children and take care of her child. She may not have her time to relieve the stress she is facing. The pressure will accumulate in her heart to a critical point. When she can no longer bear the stress, she may entrust her children to other relatives to take care of them so that she can concentrate on the work. It will affect the relationship the child and her maybe no longer be goals. And lastly, the stress will also affect the employee health. When individual face with endless challenges with no respite or relaxation in between, stress becomes negative. As a consequence, the individual becomes overwhelmed and stress level rise. Thus, same life-saving reaction in the body may destroy in the immune, metabolic, and digestive, sleep, and reproductive system triggered by stress. Some individuals may only have digestive issues, while others may have a fatigue, insomnia, depression, rash, or irritability. Continuous stress on the body can lead to severe health issues, including high blood pressure, heart disease, and other diseases, including mental disorders like anxiety and depression. Besides, those who feel severely stressed but have not been able to get in alleviate may use unhealthy hobbies such as smoking, alcohol to relieve their stress. Unfortunately, rather than release stress and restore the body to a state of relaxation, this substance seems to leave the body stressed and causing further issues. Okay, thank you. That's all for me.
Hi doctor, my name is Nur Fahmi Binaldi. My matrix number is 273226 and I will continue the presentation on how to deal with the stress in the Tadika Sutera genius. First and foremost, the teachers must organize and prioritize their work by as we know, in the current situation, the teachers must adapting new norms in the education sector on to be more prepared to conduct the class, either face-to-face or online class. The teachers must have a set clear of objectives and also goals to ensure that the activities will be run on the right time. As after that, the teacher must recheck daily activity to ensure that the activity is on the right track, and also the teachers must write a to-do list to ensure that the activities is already done. And after that, the teachers should take a nap during the leisure work to ensure that they can boost their motivation. Number two is that to consume healthy and nutrition food and also start exercise. By consume healthy and nutrition food, the teachers must follow the food pyramid and also avoid the junk food and also sugar. And also the teacher must drink the plenty of the plenty of water to ensure that to avoid dehydrated. And also the teachers must have the good enough of sleep to ensure that if the teaching not good enough sleep, they will affect on their mood for the day and also cannot focus during conduct the class. And number three, to have a good communication with the management, which means that if the management of the Tadika and also the teacher do not have a good communication, it will affect their work on the conflict. So that if the teachers have any problem, so they will discuss it, the problem with the management team or with other friends. And also by having the management listening, by showing respect and also allow teacher to learn on how to solve their problem. And number four is to provide employees. Number four is that the management should provide employee certificate by as we know that the employees need to have the break for activities from their job for the whole month and all the by at least having a vacation trip to ensure that they will can relax their mind by travel and also pursue their job project to to make them reduce their stress. As we know that the employee nowadays is a very busy with their work until they don't have enough time with their family. So by having the vacation, they will have enough time by doing a celebration birthday and also by do the enjoyable memorable activities with their family. That's all for me. Thank you.
Now I I want to present about conclusion part. In conclusion, stress affect millions of people. One of the most common forms of stress is that related to career and the workplace. In today's economic difficulty, work-related stress is even more pronounced than ever before. So the workers should stay positive and focus on work, regardless of the circumstance, demonstrating their ability to handle pressure. There are many factors that cause related stress, including time pressure, salary issue, employee personal issue, and change in the working environment. When the root causes of this stress are not handled well, they will have serious consequences, including affecting the employee job performance and job certifications, and eventually leading to a decline in the overall working efficiency of the organization, and leading to a poor working environment. Besides, it will also affect the employee relationship with their family and also employee health. There are many suggestions to overcome the work-related stress that the employee can manage and reduce their stress. Firstly, the teacher need to organize and prioritize their work by adopting new norms of teaching. Moreover, they can consume healthy and nutritious food and start exercise. Furthermore, the organization must encourage their employee to have good communication so that there is no conflict at work. And the management need to provide employee sabbaticals. In a nutshell, these few years are destined to be extraordinary years. The existence of the new coronavirus would cause everyone to face new challenges and difficult. Under these situations, work pressure is unavoidable, but the employee can just face the pressure and overcome it positively. That's all for our group. Thank you.